doing all the non-publics in my office or
I like that
your
setting
office?
better.
Yeah, that seems,
Okay.
yeah.
I do too. Hi, Joe.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Good.
Where's FAC?
No FAC. Did you see, are you gonna say anything or?
Nope, hope not.
Yeah, see, that's why.
That's funny. I was like, were you here just to like recap the email?
Yeah, basically, yeah. No, I shouldn't have to.
Yeah, yeah.
What-
However.
what email?
Yeah.
No, I just asked him for that update and what
Oh.
the meeting schedule is gonna be, yeah, yeah. So, and I was gonna bring that to you guys tonight, since we have the man here. Alright, seeing that's 5 o'clock, would everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, everyone. It's good to see you came back all in one piece.
Almost
I
did.
heard it, yeah. Kind of an adventure. That's
Yep,
good though.
quite the adventure.
Yeah. Yeah, so relatively brief agenda this evening. And nothing too wacky to start until we get into the non-public, so it'd be good to have a soft start here.
They're not wacky.
No.
No.
So with that, since we have you in the audience this evening, Joe, you know, thank you for sending me that timeline for what the meeting schedule's gonna be looking like. So it's basically they had planned to have the draft budgets to us by November 4th, right?
Yeah, so our plan is that on Monday, we should have some input from each of the department heads. And that'll give us time to start working with and refining that. So as we get the input, we'll probably be sharing them with you as well, just so you'll see what we're doing and how we're doing it. And then November 4th, we should be pretty close to having ready to review. And then reviews can start the following week. So I think you could probably set up a few of those reviews at any time now, because November 12th, you know you'll be reviewing the police, fire,
Okay.
parks and rec,
Yeah.
DPW.
Really?
Oh, you wanna review the DPW, yeah.
Yeah. No, I know, but like that soon? Wow.
Oh, no, just November 4th. So I'm sorry, November 12th, we would start our
Yeah.
meetings with the department heads. But you could schedule them now for.
So I did wanna ask too, like last year, we only met with department heads if they wanted to. Is that what we're gonna do this year too? Like they're going through the FAC and
Yeah, cause I think
if
what we did last year was you guys came in, gave us like that review, and if there are any spots that we had questions or department heads that wanted to present because they had something additional in the budget, that was good. But if you wanted to run it different, where we'd have the department heads come in, cause I know that we had also spoke about another format of, I don't think, I'd sent this out to you, Debbie, right? Of maybe having the FAC meet with the department heads during our meetings, like on Tuesdays, like giving an hour.
yeah, I mentioned
have
that to Joe.
something like that, so that it could be on camera, or like I didn't know.
I think the Monday meeting works good for now. As
Mhm.
we get closer, maybe we'll wanna get some time, a little bit more time with you.
Or when
Okay.
you get maybe semi-final
Yeah.
numbers type of thing.
Yeah, I think we'll be in pretty good shape doing the same format as we did last year.
Okay.
But if that changes, I'll let you know.
Okay. Alright.
Alright,
Yeah.
so I'll make
One of
sure.
the nice things of having the meeting Monday is I can prepare Monday for Tuesday's meeting. Whereas if we have the meeting before, I won't have my ducks in a row.
Oh, alright,
So-
yeah, yeah, we get that day before, alright,
Alright, so I'll make sure I schedule November 12th for FAC.
Yeah.
And whatever they have
And
to
how much
present
time?
to us.
Yeah.
yeah, you need,
Okay. Cool. Nice.
thank you.
Yeah.
And then how's the responses from the departments been?
The usual, slow, but we're getting there.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have a couple of budgets. Mindy's been great. I have her budget pretty clean right now for Parks and Rec. Mindy's helping with pool. Peter's been great. I met with him a couple of times on the DPW. We're trying to get a handle on that before pushing to general buildings and transfer station, but that'll be a struggle, but he's committed and doing a good job so far, so that's cool.
alright,
Bruce has been great. Luke's already reached out with most of the folks and that's going very well too, so I think we'll be good.
alright,
A lot on our plate, but I think we're gonna do all right.
so it come through alright?
Yeah.
Alright, excellent, thank you.
And then I guess I owe the quarterly budget review as well, and I haven't started that yet, but I'll do that this week and share that
Okay.
with the team.
Okay, alright, thank you.
Yeah.
Alright. And with
Good
that.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Nice seeing you again.
Yeah, good seeing you.
Yeah,
For
how's it
some
going?
logical business this time.
Wow.
Yeah, so you have a subdivision that you're looking to get approved.
Yes.
And
We need some
potential road
driveway
names,
things.
yeah. So these are for shared driveways, two of the driveways have, 4 homes off of them, and the third has 2. Something that was spoken about at the planning board meeting was just naming all the driveways for functional sake, so that they'd all be named private drives. So I
So,
don't know if that was something that you guys wanted to do, even though it didn't hit that threshold of 3. And this isn't a subdivision that's been approved yet, it's still within,
still at the
That's
So
planning
how
board.
would this work then? If we approve the names, then that would be
Contingent
part
on-
of your submittal to the
Yeah,
planning board.
contingent upon planning board
Yeah.
approval or whatever.
yeah,
And I had received an email from Nikki requesting to be on tonight to, for Kenny to present the names that he wanted for those 3 drives. And I did explain that any shared driveway has to end in drive, not court, lane, street, road, whatever. So we're trying to be consistent throughout town
Yeah.
to make that happen.
And then white road signs, right, when it's private?
Are they white? I can't remember now.
Ours are red. Prep one
Red.
is red.
Red.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like the color of his shirt
okay.
and Lou's shirt and Jason's shirt. What the heck is
I know,
going
guess I
I
don't
on?
get the
get the
memo.
I
message.
missed it, I guess.
I guess we
Yeah.
got 3 black and 3 maroon.
That's funny.
We could play checkers.
Yeah. We're actually spaced out.
I know. Every other. All right. This is just weird.
Yeah,
Wow.
and then,
So then would we sign off on it officially after the subdivision is approved? Is that what the deal is?
So I think you can just make a motion to accept the names contingent
subdivision
upon
approval.
subdivision approval by the planning board.
Yeah.
And then that way they can put it on their plans when they
Can you
submit
read the
final
rules for
plans.
names?
I did not.
Oh, let's hear what the names are.
Holden Drive, Baylor Drive, Ella Drive.
Doesn't violate any of our rules, does it?
I don't think so.
They don't sound like any other road. One of the main things for 911 is that it's not like
Similar.
Yeah.
too close for that would cause confusion.
I told Mason, too bad, there's never gonna be a road name after you. Mason everything. He got Blaine Circle up in Pembroke, he got his middle name up there at least.
Oh, there you go. All right, so we have Baylor, Baylor.
Yeah, so I guess starting top to bottom, Holden.
Okay.
Holden Drive, Baylor Baylor Drive, and Ella Ella Drive.
And it may even have private drive on it or
Yeah, it
something?
has to, yeah.
We have a,
yeah,
like a
all-
whole form
Yeah, you put
that
the
gives you
little
all the specifics
Yeah,
on it.
private
Usually
way or, yeah,
PBT is
Yep.
short for private.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Peter would order the signs,
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
and then,
But it would be at your cost.
Yeah.
yeah, so
Okay.
once you can pay the town clerk for him, he'd send it over, get an estimate, tell you how much it is,
Okay.
and then once the town clerk has the check, we can order the signs,
Okay.
and then,
Sounds good.
yeah.
Last time I ordered my own and just stuck it up, but I just said I didn't know the process. But,
Oh,
So we do have Taylor Road
oh, yeah, right,
off of Benny Hill Road.
Mm.
I think that's,
Are all the plans kind of laid out and Steve has them?
yes.
Okay, cause I have butt up against, I haven't seen anything yet.
Okay.
My fault for not getting into the right meeting.
Mm.
who's Steve?
Hatterfield?
Satterfield.
Oh, Steven,
Land use clerk.
oh, okay,
Yeah, so it's probably better to have a different.
I don't know, is Baylor and Taylor, if you're on the phone, is that?
But I think B and T are pretty opposite, but
Yeah, I don't know if there would be that much confusion with there.
No, no. I think it's fine.
Shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And if they can, they'll ask probably for the spelling. I'd
and it's
imagine.
Taylor Drive where Taylor's Taylor Road.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's
I think we're good.
distinct them quite a bit too.
Alright. So, am I hearing a motion?
Make a motion to accept the proposed names for the Sam Ken subdivision on Toby Highway as Holden Drive, Baylor Drive, and Ella Drive.
I'll second that.
pending approval from one of the,
Yeah, pending approval of subdivision.
And I'll second that.
Alright. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
alright, there you go.
Alright, thank you
That was
very
easy,
much.
quick
Yeah.
and easy,
Yeah.
no controversy.
Off to 7 o'clock in Wilton, that's probably not so easy.
Oh, alright, well,
Good
good
luck.
luck with that.
4 years later.
Have
Thank
a
you.
good night. Alright, and then next up, just have our roundtable discussion. With a reminder that, or not even a reminder, but did
Hang on.
Craig approve that?
Hang on one second.
Alright.
Okay. Yes. So candidates night, so I've received 14 responses
What?
in the positive. I invited every single person on the ballot and for whatever position they were running for. And I've received, I think it's 14 people have said yes. No one has said no, and then the remaining haven't responded. So
So Trump's coming?
Trump, yeah, well, no. All right, let me rephrase it. Hillsborough County,
Ah.
everyone
Not
knows
so
that.
exciting now.
So,
Well, was there any, so there was no federal, did you reach out
No
to like
federal.
any
I
Congress?
just took the 2 primary ballots, all the winners of, who's gonna be on the ballot. Democrat, cause they have them separated, Democrat, Republican. I sent a letter to every one of them and told them, cause when you go on the Secretary of State's website, they don't have email addresses for anyone, they only have mailing addresses.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
had to write letters, print
alright.
them out, mail them, snail mail.
What was that number again? How many
I
responded?
think it, I think it was 14.
Wow.
I
You're
counted.
keeping a spreadsheet, right?
Yeah, I have a spreadsheet.
And we were wondering if there'd be any interest.
I know.
Right?
And I have one maybe. So I think there's 13 and one maybe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So candidates night will be October 29th at 7 p.m. at Messinic Auditorium. And I sent the school use form over to Craig Reynolds and he said we're all set.
Alright, so with the, I think it might be good to have 2 microphones that
Two
go to the
microphones.
aisles, yeah.
Oh yeah, good call. Do you
Yeah.
want them up on the stage too? I told them like a podium.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I think we kind of had them in front of the stage last time, a couple years ago. We had the podium in front of the stage, not on the stage.
I don't recall.
Yeah, I feel like it was up on the stage, but it could be
For
off.
the candidates it was.
Was it?
Yeah, I think we sat below the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sat below the
In the
stage.
seats.
Yeah. No, definitely, it always seems like there's not enough microphones out
Okay.
and they need as much notice as possible, like for the setup
Okay.
stuff.
So I'll let them know that.
And probably a
So-
table with
I said a table, couple
Yeah.
of tables. I think I
a
said.
couple tables up on the stage, or,
I didn't. Well, I wanted to talk to you guys about that. I didn't know if you wanted everything on the stage or on the floor, right in front of the stage, and then have the 2 mics at the end of the aisles for residents to get up and ask questions or whatever.
definitely think the mics at the end of the aisles is
Yeah.
good, podium up on the stage. And maybe 2 tables with 2 microphones on each table. Just, and if it's overkill, we can shift it, like, but it's almost impossible trying to figure out how to set this stuff up
I know.
when you're in the room.
Well, because I mean, you're only gonna have one candidate up there at a time, right? Why would you need 2 tables with 4 mics?
I don't know. I just, in my head, I feel like we've been light on equipment the last couple times we've gone out there and
Okay.
wish that there was more available. What was the last thing that we were there for? Like barely got the microphones working.
Mm-hmm. The fire chief pinning.
Yeah.
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 So podium with mic too. Okay.
And that
Send
just
him an
comes down
email
to
tomorrow. And I talked to Bob Rommel today as well.
Yeah.
I sent him the spreadsheet of who's coming so far. I told him as people get their snail mail that, I'll let him know if any more people join in.
He's
So he's gonna moderate.
oh good.
And like we need to keep it to like a 2-hour window, so the more candidates that come, the less time they get. Because he was thinking like maybe 2 minutes to introduce themselves, and then maybe another 2 minutes to field questions, and then if there's a opposing, 2 people running for the same position, give them time to go back and forth a little bit, I guess.
2 minutes is not very long.
No, but if you get, 15 people times 10 minutes apiece,
Yeah.
there's your
no
2
idea.
hours.
Let's, yeah. It is
So.
what it is.
Yeah.
Let's start it at 3 in the afternoon.
I reserved it for 6 o'clock,
Mm.
but just so we could get over there, set up whatever.
Yeah.
Make sure
Sure.
everything's working, make sure Ron has his camera,
Mm-hmm.
so.
Yeah, that'll be a good
Okay.
meeting. Yeah.
Alright, so 2 mics at the end of one at the end of each aisle, 2 tables with 2 mics each, and a podium with a mic on the stage.
Yeah.
Okay,
Very similar to deliberative then.
okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
alright, so I will let Craig know that tomorrow. And I did confirm with all the people who have emailed me, so in my letter I said, please respond via email. Here's my email.
Yeah.
So everyone has done that, so I sent out a blind copy to everyone, cause they're sending, I can do this date or that date. There were a couple of people that said they could do either date, but most of them, preferred the 29th. so figured make it the 29th then.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
alright.
Yeah, and then the hookup to the projector, just in case. If we wanna put something behind it on the screen, like Town of New Ipswich
Oh,
or
okay.
like something in general.
Voting day.
Yeah, voting information, yeah.
Maybe we could do like maybe Lisa has a sample ballot, we could put that up there.
Yeah.
So as they're standing there, when
Yeah.
they introduce
So
themselves,
that's
we
a
could
great
know.
idea.
Okay.
Another little thing, picking up steam.
Right? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So I had
Yeah.
someone call today and ask about the timelines for absentee ballots, and I didn't have an answer. What is it?
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I would have
Looked
to-
on our website and there didn't seem to
I
be.
can have Lisa post something.
Actually, that wouldn't be on there.
It might be check under supervisor the checklist.
Yeah.
It might have something. Actually, maybe not, cause I think Jenny does all of those.
Yeah, just the link for registration status, like if you're registered or not.
Okay. Right. So I'll get with Lisa and have her give us what it is, and have Jenny post it under, on the news maybe?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good place
Okay.
for it.
Alright. Can do that. Yeah, and voting is November 5th. Seven AM to 7 PM. Messinic Gym. Okay,
The 275th coming up
yep, Thursday night,
meeting. Yeah, next Thursday.
this Thursday.
Next Thursday, 17th.
Oh, next Thursday.
Yeah.
Yay, okay. I'm thinking I get this whole week booked.
Yeah.
I don't, yay, Thursday night's free.
So they'll be right here in this room at 7 o'clock.
Yeah,
We'll want it noticed, cause there'll be more than one of us here probably.
Mhm.
yeah, I'm gonna post a agenda. Not an agenda, but a meeting notice.
And then as far as Autumn Fest recap is concerned, don't really have one until we have our closeout meeting
Oh,
Like,
okay,
for the committee, but
alright, I just wanna know, how was it?
yeah,
I missed it, I
Yeah.
wasn't here,
it was a beautiful day.
I heard that.
Yeah, lots of sunshine and
Did
smiles.
you get dunked?
Oh yeah, yeah. That wasn't as bad as I don't know. I'd never gone and dunked tank before, but it wasn't too bad. I got a little banged up, but yeah. That was fun. Even that was neat. Each year it just continues to grow a little bit, and more people involved, and we had a
Nice.
pretty strong committee this year.
Nice.
Probably 6 or 7 people, plus other people that didn't want to be on the committee but were still kind of
Mm-hmm.
there, and it was really nice. So
Nice,
definitely, it was good. It seemed like a good day had by all, and
good,
Yeah.
yeah, I heard good things.
it was well represented, I believe. And a lot of our vendors come from our own community members or towns that are immediately surrounding us, so
Yeah.
really neat, like to have all of them people come out and show their wares.
There was
and,
a
That's
lot
awesome,
out in that field.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's even kind of started to take up more of the softball field, as well
Nice.
too, and that whole general area. And then yeah, just the truck spot for the touch a truck was pretty much packed
Yeah.
in with
Good.
you know vehicles.
We
and
had the new fire engine there. I got a tour from Cody.
Nice.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you think of her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice. I don't know anything about fire trucks.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he was explaining everything, and
Nice.
I think we did good.
So
Yeah,
it's done?
I heard it come out better than they
Yes.
expected.
It's finished?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
done. Yeah.
It's not, I think he said they're still training everyone
Right.
on the driving because it's a heavy truck
Mm.
before they put it into full service.
Right.
Yep.
But he did say it came out better than they expected, so
Yeah.
that was good.
Yeah. No, it was good reports there.
Nice.
Yeah, and the company that they used went above and beyond
Yeah.
for any little thing that was not quite right. They fixed it and made it even better than
Awesome.
what it could have been. So
Good.
yeah, they really treated our community well in their work on that project. And
Nice.
I don't know the name offhand, but it was definitely an efficient use of our
What
tax
name?
dollars. What's that?
What name?
I can't think of it offhand. The company that did the work, but.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they did a really nice job and worked well with the fire department, and he was at a whole series of meetings. You know, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go over absolutely every nut and bolt of the vehicle. It seems like.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So there's a lot of time spent by, our firefighting volunteers. Paid when they're on
Oh, yeah.
service, but when they go and do this, they don't. So
Right.
yeah, no, it definitely came together nice.
Good.
And there wasn't an excessive bill.
Right. It wasn't
It
over
was-
budget.
No, it wasn't over budget. Because a lot of times with those build outs,
Yeah.
they just they can kind of creep over or go way over, but that company really understood and did us well.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean the whole thing, and like Cody was saying, which was brought up when we were going over it, if they would have put in an order for a new truck, 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that old truck never would have lasted that long.
I mean, we always get surprised.
Yeah, that's
how long
true.
Stuff
That's
lasts,
true.
but
Yeah, but the price tag's nice too.
no,
Yeah,
all of it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We had a service done to us with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, came out good.
Mhm.
Yeah, really good. And then the only thing that didn't get a lot of attention or attraction was the bonfire at the end.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's funny because in years past, people always talk about the bonfire, and then again this year, I think there's 6, maybe 10 of us, and a
Oh,
bunch of kids
really?
just running around down at the park watching it for a few hours, and then the fire department graciously came back and put it out for us, and
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Gonna phase it out maybe, or
I'll try it again next year, and maybe it's a lack
Chalk
of
it up.
advertising,
Get
or
some s'mores.
because there's nothing else that goes on around it,
Right.
so that almost needs to just be a whole nother
Yeah.
part. So you have the core Autumn Fester and next year's, context the 275th, and then switch over to like night mode somehow.
What time do you
and have
start
a different
the
group of people.
bonfire? Like 7 when it gets dark?
No, it was close to 6 because it was pretty
6.
much dark. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. We're gonna kind of move along here on our agenda. Did you have anything that you
I
wanted to?
have, wondering if there's any news on the tax rate.
So we just got the MS1 signed yesterday, which is in your folder for you don't have to sign it because the Board of Assessors sign it, but just so you could look at it. So I submitted that today, and I talked to Kat at the DRA. She's our liaison, if you will. The MS 535 is in there for you guys to sign, and once you guys sign it, I submit it to her. She said she's working on the region or the district or something, so she probably won't get to our stuff till next week, but we'll work on that. So I have to work on the MS 434 with her, which is our projected revenues for 2025. So I work on that with her, and then they put all the numbers together. The school thing, I guess, is already done, which last year we were kind of waiting on that. So getting there. Not yet. We had to get an extension on the MS1. Normally it's due September 1st, but obviously it's not September 1st, so they had to file an extension because of the reval,
Oh,
so it'll be a little later, but we're hoping to have tax bills due like the first week of December. And we got our county tax bill, it has to be paid by December 17th for $677,000.
we have the money, right?
Nope,
We ain't got the money?
oh, we don't have the money.
We need to get some tax bills out.
Yeah, so I'll be interested to see what the tax rate's gonna be. So, when we did the reval in 2019, the tax rate went down by $7 per thousand, so.
Yeah, I haven't done the math, but I know a lot of people's value doubled, so
Yeah,
I hope it's in that kind of a ratio.
yeah, or even more, you know, well, because the market went up so much
I don't know.
during the past 5 years than it did in 2019, I mean, it went up, but not like this, so, I'm thinking,
But
It might-
proportionally, still looking to just collect the same
yeah,
level
he's still
of
looking to
taxes.
collect the same amount of money, so,
Right.
you know what I
Well,
mean?
we haven't gone over the budgets yet, but
Right, yeah.
Well, those won't
No,
impact
this is for what
till
we
next
voted,
year.
yeah, this is,
It's already
the
done.
tax rate is gonna be what we voted on in March, this past March, so,
that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
so, yeah, so,
December 1st is the goal.
It's kinda funky
see.
how that works. Like you do vote on it in March, we go through the whole paving cycle, that schedule,
Yeah.
all this stuff, and not even collect a dime of it until
yeah,
December.
yeah,
But this is how all the
I get
dates
it.
line up and don't line up and work, so
right,
the magic
the
the state
magic,
has bestowed upon us.
That's all I had.
Alright. Lou, did you have anything?
No.
Alright, yeah. I think we're gonna be looking at having some discussions surrounding fire ponds in the coming weeks. Cause there's not a specific policy surrounding easements, where we would like the access points to be specifically, and that sits with this board, like that aspect.
So
but
you're
the-
saying
Well, it
in general around town, I know subdivisions often have to have a
It's
pond.
not
Is
with
that
the
what you're
planning
talking
board?
about?
Correct, yeah, like, so it's not, we wouldn't say necessarily where they would be, you know, cause the planning board, does oversee that during the subdivision, review. But just the access to those fire ponds and maintenance afterwards, who owns what part of it, because it's a whole mishmash of things on different plans and different decisions throughout time, and it would be good to standardize. And one of the reasons that this is coming up is with the lowering of Waterloon Pond. That was our guaranteed water source, and then our fire chief was like, hey, you know, like,
Now
you
we-
took that
now
away,
we have
right?
nothing.
So they have to start looking around at other ones, or even, I think he said he had 5 surrounding towns on notice, like just to let them know that we might be hurting for water and would need a tanker or something, so he did have a plan in place.
Funny you mentioned that because the zoning board had a request to approve a fire pond over on the Greenbrier Road, or it's either Greenbrier or but it's Valancourt. They've got the wetlands area over there,
Yeah,
and they've always wanted a duck pond, so they took it to the state and were asking about, you know, if they could create a fire pond that would be in use for the town, and it would be enough water in there to fill up the tanker truck at least 3 times, if not more, and would also be, you know, better for, like, if there was ever a fire, let's say at Vanguard, it's right next door, that they're going to be they're open to having a direct access to Vanguard, or giving Vanguard direct access to the pond, for that. Then the fire department's all up on it, all,
Excellent.
Hmm.
There's one aspect to this potential subdivision out on Toby Highway for San Ken was a fire pond, and they were willing to make it oversized for the fire department so that we could draw water there because
Right.
it's kind of a dead zone, if you will, like for water sourcing.
yeah, and that piece of land that he's on over there is, very much very boggy
Mm-hmm.
piece of property,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah,
is the
so
same
it sounds
thing
like
going
it's
over,
like two,
at
yeah,
Belleville
two
Courts
on
also.
that side of town,
yeah.
you know, where there weren't that many.
Cool.
So kind of coming up with a plan, it seems like fire pond planning is kind of coming together and make sure it all makes sense, and you know, thank you for the update on that too.
Yeah.
And it becomes a duck pond when you
Yeah.
don't need it.
Especially if it's that big, I guess.
As long as you don't suck up a duck.
Yeah. So the planning board's planning on sending recommendations to us for how they see things could work, and just to keep that dialogue going. Cause that was something that was on the radar lightly 3-5 longer years ago, like it's kinda always been in the background, but now, you know, it seems like we could, you know, strike while the iron's hot, the topic's hot, and actually come up with a good plan
So you
for
said this
maintenance.
board has a role in it, which is what?
Who own, like the ownership of it,
Of the pond itself,
yeah,
if
Yeah.
it's a designated fire pond. is that what
correct,
you
and
mean?
then who's responsible for maintenance, and how we would like that documentation to look, so in decisions, like even for the ZBA or the planning board, that it goes into those subdivisions and is uniform down the line.
So would it be part of the zoning ordinance though? Like would it be added to the zoning ordinance?
Yeah, like I'm certain, like some of the language would probably have to be adjusted or added to it, you know.
And we also need some consistent building instructions on how these fire ponds need to be built. Because you have to put the standpipe in there, and that's usually about at least 3 or 4 feet above the bottom of the pond, so that you're not sucking up mud.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's
Well, and
a
then you
lot,
could,
a lot
that's
of
where you
other-
come into like the maintenance end and
Yeah.
dredging them out over time and,
Right,
you know, because the builders bear the burden initially, and then after that, there isn't a plan or procedure or
Yeah.
any direction for it.
and there are a number of places that were meant as retention ponds or fire ponds, and they got clogged up.
Yeah.
Just from, you know, the active water being on there, the rain and everything else, things that freeze up in the wintertime.
Ben and I were talking not too long ago about like the dry hydrants and fire ponds and stuff like that, and we used to have money in the budget for cleaning them or maintaining them
Not
or
long
whatever.
ago,
Yeah. And I guess there isn't right now, so
I believe I remember, what was the deal with that, did the DPW start to do it, or?
So a couple of years ago, Peter Goey said that they hadn't been cleaning them. The fire department had been doing it every once in a while, and they were waiting for the fire department to come back and request certain ones get cleaned. So a couple of years ago, he dropped it out of the budget. Last year, nothing was in the budget for it, and I talked to Peter and just the other day, and he's like, I haven't heard anything about it, so at this point, we're not planning anything for it. But it's probably not a bad idea to follow up with the fire department and say,
I was gonna say, would it be in the fire department budget though? Cause they're the ones,
So
are they
I-
the ones who clean
the
them?
way it worked a couple of years ago is Peter Goey had said that the fire department tells us which ones need it, and we'll put it in the DPW budget. But
Oh, okay,
because it's the DPW guys that do the work,
okay,
and then I don't think probably Ben doesn't even know that he has to tell Peter to plan for it. So maybe a good idea to follow up with
yeah,
Ben and Peter and see.
Are you
if we
doing
might do
both of
something.
those budgets, fire and, DPW?
I'm not doing the fire department, but,
Okay.
but I could do that, I could follow up with them and
okay,
You shouldn't have to. That's our baby.
I'll let you take care of it. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
alright.
Yeah, and then just picking those strategic ones instead of having to worry about all of the smaller ones that are spattered everywhere, maybe come up
Yeah.
with a different,
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
fire suppression plan and make sure that we have large enough ones in strategic points.
Especially with the
Yeah.
dry summer that we've had.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah, it seemed
And
like,
where they both department heads are new, it may be, they didn't even know to plan for it, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
a lot of
So-
that stuff that happens.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, Ben does, cause him and I were talking about it, he
Yeah.
and I, but I didn't know whose budget it went in. I remember seeing it at one point, but I don't remember
Yeah.
where it was, if it was in like GGB or DPW or fire,
It's definitely DPW.
okay,
yeah, dry summer, and then it seemed like once Waterloo went down,
it was
everything,
even drier,
really impacted the whole
yeah,
area, yeah,
yeah,
Is Waterloo filled back up now?
it's getting there.
Filling, but we don't get rain.
it's just rain, so I haven't driven by there in a while.
This morning it looked healthier than it had just even a week ago.
Oh, really?
After we got that rain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice,
So we're gonna drain the pond in a,
Pratt Pond,
Pratt Pond in a couple of weeks, and I believe we feed that. Goes to Smithville Reservoir, and I believe it goes from there to, Waterloo,
Mhm.
so
oh,
we'll add quite a bit of water to it, we won't fill it, but
Oh.
we'll add quite a bit to it.
oh, that's cool,
yeah. Excellent.
Alright.
nice.
Second call. Jason?
Just to follow up on Wapak Industries.
Oh, I have not heard from him since, well, we were, hang on. Still on island time, I guess. My mouth is anyway. I spoke to him before I went on vacation and they were gonna go do instead of having us do the background checks, cause it takes longer. Cause we have to wait, cut the checks, mail it in, and then wait for them to respond, so it usually is like a 2 to 3 week turnaround.
Mhm.
So he said, I sent him all the information, what he needed to do, he said they were gonna go to Nashua themselves
Oh,
and to get the background checks done. He's been in contact with Mike
oh, good.
to get what they need for that kind of stuff over there, cause there's a separate thing that they have to do. Can't remember what it is,
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
remember that.
yeah,
Different clearances needed.
but I haven't heard from him this week, but I did tell him I was going on vacation, so.
And they were agreeable to what we
Yes.
proposed.
Yep, and gave us a little discount. Oh my god, they're amazing, I
Awesome.
love them already,
Good.
Yeah, that's
That's a
excellent.
nice follow up.
yeah.
Yeah. Lou, second call.
No, I'm all set.
Joe, anything?
All set?
Debbie? After you say no.
Do we have a public hearing next week? Should that be announced?
Yes, for the, oh yeah, public hearing for Nemi Road, thank you.
Public hearing for what?
Nemi Road.
On Nemi Road.
Yeah, whether or not to put a warrant article together to make it from a class 5 to a class 6.
And the Furno letter
And that's 7 p.m.
will be brought up at that time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. With that, Ron, thank you very much.